Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah.
Alright, so welcome back. Again, this is Randy back with another video. Before I get into the video, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell for future notifications if you do like my videos. Again, I've told you guys this before, Parfums De Marly is my favorite niche brand. What I like to do is I like to use one or two of these lipstick atomizers full, get about a month or two of wear from them, decide if I want to buy a full bottle, and I actually just finished up Leighton, and I decided to buy a full bottle, which is currently on the way. But we have Sedley, Percival, and Greenley. I've tried out Percival the most, so I will start out with that. I'm going to tell you if you guys should pick them up, give you a little detailed breakdown of them, and tell you which one I like the best. So this is the second one of Percival I've used. We're going down about halfway on this. This is about a little bit over a month's supply. It's advertised as a citrus, woody, aromatic, warm fragrance, and that is pretty much what it is. It's a very natural fragrance. All three of these are eau de parfums, just to get that out of the way. So what you get in the opening is you get mandarin orange, you get bergamot, those citruses, mixed it with a touch of this warm and fuzzy ambroxan and a bit of a floral note as well, although they're mostly background notes other than the citruses. As you get into the mid, into the base, that ambroxan does come up more. It does say amberwood in the note breakdown, but it feels more of an ambroxany feel. You get that woody, you get musky, you get even this slightly bit of citrus in the background once you get to the dry down. The mandarin orange and the bergamot just dissipate a bit. They become more background nuances, while those woods, that musk, and that ambroxan become the main focal players in the dry down. It's really nice. I'm not going to talk about any clones or anything like that in this video. I want to give you my full impression on these fragrances themselves, and if there was no clones or anything out there, I would definitely recommend picking up Percival. It is a fantastic fragrance. It lasts about 7 to 8 hours, which is good for this type of fragrance. It doesn't project heavily. I would say about moderate projection. The best one for projection from this whole line is going to be Greenley, surprisingly. So the next one here I'll go with is, well, no, I'll do Greenley last. We'll go with Sedley, if you can even read that. I don't have the view changer. So Sedley, again, is an eau de parfum. Let's see how much. I haven't used that much of Sedley. Again, this is one of my newer ones. The main notes are lemon, bergamot, mint, and a little bit of ambroxan. And that is what you get in the opening. You get struck with this really hyper-realistic lemon mixed with a touch of bergamot, a decent amount of a fresh mint, and then a slight bit of ambroxan coming in, giving it a bit of that woody feel. But for the most part, you're looking at like a lemon minty opening. The mid is where it transitions. It gets a little bit of lavender, a little bit geranium, and a little bit of rosemary in there, which provides this green, almost floral aspect. And it provides this really nice transition from the opening to the dry down, because this is where the dry down does change with another ambroxan, woody, slightly floral base that has sandalwood and cashmere to provide a bit of this fuzzy woodiness in the background. So it's actually a really nice fragrance. It's one that I know you're either going to love or you're not going to like at all. I have seen people on both ends of the spectrum. I haven't seen someone just say, meh. It's either they love it or they don't like it. You get about 7 to 9 hours of projection with this, and our longevity, and then you get moderate projection. So 7 to 9 hours of longevity and moderate projection. It's another one of those hyper versatile fragrances all year round. More of a daytime fragrance for me though. And so the third one on my list here is Parfums De Marly Greenley. It is my newest. I got it a few days ago and I've only worn it for 3 days now. It is advertised as a woody, citrus, fruity, and green fragrance. I'll give you the note breakdown here. The top notes are green apple, Calabrian bergamot, and mandarin orange. The mid notes are petitgrain, cashmerean, cedar, pomerose, and violet. And the base notes are oak musk, and amberwood. So I honestly stayed away from this fragrance for a while because, as called Greenley, I thought it was going to be a super green fragrance. But I actually was kind of wrong, because in the opening, what you're given is a fresh, clean, really nice, fresh apple. It's like a crisp green apple, almost mixed with like a soap, like a fresh and clean soap. If you mix that together with the green apple, that's what you get. It's fresh, clean, fruity, semi-sweet, just really nice. And then this really changes about 30 minutes into the fragrance. As soon as it works its way down into the dry down, that apple and that soapiness kind of lend hands in the background, but they're not the main notes anymore. You get this amberwood, almost gives it like an ambroxan feel, with a muskiness and so a woodiness, aromatics. It's a really nice dry down, but it really focuses more on the greens, the aromatics, the woods, and the musks in the dry down. You mix that all together, and that's what you got from Greenley. But again, I've only worn this for a few days, and there's a lot going on in the dry down. I didn't like this when I first started smelling it, so I do have to say it's probably one of those fragrances that you do have to get your nose around. It also projects really nicely. Of the three, I told you it was the best projector of the three. It projects for about 2 to 3 hours, and I'd say a little bit over arm's length, I'm sorry. And it lasts about 7 to 9 hours, at least for the first 2 or 3 days that I've worn this. It might be differently on other people's skin. It might be a little bit more, it might be a little bit less. But again, in the opening, for the first hour or so, you get this apple, nice, clean, natural, fresh apple, mixed with that soapiness. And then you get this amberwood, this musk, this almost ambroxan-y feel, mixed with that little bit of sweetness in the background as you get to the dry down, and some green notes. So it's a really nice fragrance. If I had to put these in an order, at least at this point in time, my number 1 would be Sedley, number 2 Greenley, and 3 Percival. Although they are all very good and very close, what I'm going to be doing is, again, I'm buying one each season. So for the spring and summer, I wanted to buy one of these 3. Right now, I'm leaning towards Sedley, but I have to get a few more wears on Greenley until I decide. And for the fall and winter, I decided on Leighton, which again is on its way. I know I bought it a little bit late, but it took me a while to get through all of what I had. So anyway, Sedley is probably my favorite. It has that lemon, real fresh, real clean, very versatile, and that's why I like it. I'll put a video up here on the screen if you guys do want to see all of the different Parfums De Marly fragrances that I have tried out. Nordstrom had all of them. I've only tried out a few when I was there because there was a guy watching me really weirdly. But yeah, if you guys have any other questions, please like, comment, subscribe. Hope you like this type of video. And I really like Parfums De Marly. I hope they come out with another summer release because they're really good. All right, well, thank you guys very much. I'll talk to you guys soon. Later.